There are few retro cars that can do everything as well as a Volkswagen Golf Mk2. Its versatility is what makes it stand above everything else of the same era. A family car, a track car, a fast road car, show car, or perfect being left just as Volkswagen intended. So we at Southeast Mk2 Golfs want to showcase this to the world. Join us on our third club cruise where we take these remarkable machines to the Garden of England for our Kent cruise.
Behind me are 21 retro VWs, 16 of them are Mk2 Golfs. We've also got Corrados, we've got a Mk1 Golf, but look at the variety of all the cars that are here. We've got track cars, we've got daily drivers, we've got show cars. It doesn't matter, these cars are just so versatile, you can do anything with them. Hence why we're going to be driving over 100 miles today across some of the best B roads in the county, stopping off at a few places for a bit of lunch, a bit of a coffee. I can't wait. Now, let's go through the cars to see what's here.
We start with this stunning GTI 16 valve in vibrant tornado red. With some aesthetic OEM mods, this is a real head turner. Displaying the trademark quadlant grille, this GTI 16 valve is also sporting the rare 7J BBS RA alloy wheels. Here is our very own R32 converted GL with subtle clues as to what it is hiding under the bonnet. Another owner of comp-motive wheels, this early Mk2 with US derived 2.8 24 valve VR6 is sure to go as well as it looks. With period mods such as big bumper conversion, this 1.6 driver looks great. As original as they come, this tornado red GTI 8 valve also houses the instantly recognisable rainbow pattern interior. Whilst not exactly subtle, this custom liveried stripped out 1.6 track car is lightweight and nimble. Fresh from having the recently fitted engine remapped, this resto modded early GTI can be fully appreciated. Let's take a moment to salivate over that custom interior with Recaro seats retrimmed in driver material. Showcasing a rally front end and a pretty impressive brake setup, this oak green 20 valve turbo swapped Mk2 certainly isn't a sheep in wolf's clothing. Whilst only being available in left-hand drive, this 1.8 supercharged G60 still looks like a whole lot of fun. These visual go faster mods aren't just for show, this is running a 20 valve turbo whilst being a stripped out track car. For ultimate weight saving, even plastic windows are used in this heavily modified stripped and caged GTI 8 valve track car. Running the perfect resto mod wheels B-Star RAs, this GTI 16 valve also has a very rare rear spoiler and as it turns out was featured in Performance VW magazine in the past. Featuring so many 90s period mods and BBS RS wheels, the 20 valve motor is also colour coded to match the Montana green paint. Perhaps the rarest and slowest Mk2 here isn't a rally or flagship model, but a 1.6 diesel auto in entry-level trim. There's something endearing about keeping this type of car going. For the last of the Mk2 Golfs, we have this wide-bodied 2-litre 16 valve on individual throttle bodies back on the road since undergoing a complete front-end refresh. There are other retro VWs here too, not least this immaculate Mk3 Golf VR6. With most engines robbed to put in Mk2s, there aren't many of these left. I certainly have a soft spot for a Corrado, especially this VR6 Storm. Arriving complete with cobwebs, the driver head should blow them off this 2-litre 16 valve Corrado. Another 2-litre 16 valve Corrado, but this one is running individual throttle bodies, with an induction noise that will put a smile on anyone's face. The one that started it all, the original Mk1 Golf GTI, here in Larza Green with the later 1.8 engine. There's no denying that this is beyond what you would class as retro, but full-on classic status. With there obviously going to be no work for them here, the breakdown service promptly left.
Now, with all those cars introduced, there's only one thing left to do. Let's hit the road, let's sweat it out because summer is finally here in the UK. Let's go.
The cars head straight out onto the open road. A spirited drive through the twisting B roads feels like a game of cat and mouse between the R32 and the highly strung GTI 8-valve track car. We come to a junction which provides a perfect opportunity for some group video action. In Mark's 1.6 track car, Becky is getting quite used to the fun of a stripped out Mark II.
Speedy. Very speedy. See, I just jumped up.
After a brief encounter with some courteous farm traffic, the road opens up, allowing us to once again breathe on the throttles of the Mark IIs and enjoy the road ahead.
Driving through the summer haze, in the heat of the fire, we become alive again. Ride until the night descends, till the heat of desire, we become alive again.
Is there anything better than seeing a convoy of Mark IIs snaking along twisting roads whilst being treated to the sights of the open British countryside? It would almost be a shame if someone ruined the peace. As we enter an incredible stretch of road with spectacular backdrop and long straights and shallow sweeping corners, the temptation is great to not just put the pedal to the metal.
I made you the way you are. You make me feel so alive.
With the cars making their way into the car park, we now had reached our first stop after we had been ferried in. After smashing down a caffeine hit, some of us in particular took note of the signage and spent a minute to appreciate why this area is renowned as the Garden of England. Mile after mile there is unspoilt countryside, just with little nuggets of roads to cruise down. With the cars parked up, it is a fantastic opportunity to appreciate the differences between these cars despite being the same model. Not only are many running different engines and handling setups to one another, they also have their own individual look, not something you tend to see of other retro cars of the same era. Now with the cars well rested and the drivers topped up, it's time to get back on the road. Having not driven the R32 in nearly 3 years, it didn't take long for Jo to get her confidence back behind the wheel. What's better than the sound of a VR6 24 valve? 2 VR6 24 valves. Classic cars have nowhere to hide where Mark is concerned. Back out into the open countryside, it seems that not everyone is appreciative of a convoy of Mark II Golfs.
He's shaking his head.
Is he? Maniac.
Maniac.
Can you really call yourself a car enthusiast if you don't drop it down a cog when you enter a tunnel? From one track car to another, it looks like a dogfight. As we enter the village of Denton for our second stop, we got the strangest feeling we were being watched, so we made our way to the pub as the crow flies.
Though time has passed and seasons change, memories remain, they rearrange.
had a couple of people join the Kruize, one in this 8-valve GTI converted driver back on the road for the first time in over a year. With no reliability issues as of yet, the cars regrouped at the Jackdaw Inn. Once again, the pub car park was a sea of retro VWs, quite a sight, gathering admiring glances from locals and passers-by. Now in the midday sun, you can see exactly why. These cars look absolutely incredible from every angle. But not only do they look good, they also drive fantastically well. Hence we can't wait to get back on the road for the last stint before the final meet. With everyone chomping at the bit, we buckle up and get on the road. We soak up the countryside views once more and then hit the B roads once again. With the 2-litre 16-valve track car leading the pack, it's a 2-litre 16-valve Corrado chasing him down. Now on a dual carriageway, everyone loves a rolling shot. Stretch of B road before our final destination, the R32 hunts down the early GTI with 20-valve turbo conversion. We arrive at our final destination, the B road at the Stag. This venue is like nothing else for as far as I can think of, an automobile-themed bar and restaurant, also hosting car meets and gatherings, which coincidentally is exactly what we had arranged for our arrival. Convoy of VWs arrived at the Stag. We made our way to the venue's field where we proudly put on our very own Southeast Mk2 Golf's meet. Kept flowing in, all the ones from the Kruize, plus an additional bunch as well. Arriving for the meet is this absolutely beautiful GTI on BBS RMs. Another arrival was this stunning 16-valve GTI, and this incredible and rare Swartz Blue GTI 16-valve, running 2-litre bottom end and K-jet injection from the original 16-valve. In addition to those three, we also had an early Corrado G60, a Jetta, a Mk4 Golf and a Mk5 Golf attend too.
here we are at the B Road at the Stag after having completed over 100 miles of driving in our frankly unbelievable cars. I don't think there's any other classic 30-year-old car, plus some of these are over 40 years old, and yet they've all made it. Not a single mechanical or electrical failure, no incidents. That I would class as a great success. I mean, look at this, what a turnout. We've got a little meet planned for after this as well. Hi! So we're going to have a bit of lunch, but thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and join us where you can. Hi Jensen. And finish it off, Jay.
So to finish off the video.
Hope this video is interesting. Thanks for watching and have a great day.